Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Saturday, September 21st, 2019. And do a quick energy check-in for the twins today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I do have a lot of readings to catch up on, so I'm hoping to catch up on those this weekend. So those of you who've been waiting, I really appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. Alright, so first card to come out today, we got some repeat cards today. We've got Capricorn, which again usually to me represents a karmic situation, or codependency, addiction, that sort of thing. So I do feel that some twins, again, are still stuck in some karmic situations, okay? So really need to work on clearing that out. We've got a new moon in Libra coming up, so it's a really good time to balance out some energies, to close some cycles and stuff like that, and also to find your inner balance if you haven't found it yet. So Capricorn coming in very strong today. So those of you who still are engaging in codependent behavior really need to cut that loose, okay? And that can be anything. It can be any sort of addiction or any sort of coping mechanism, or anything that is in your life that is negative, okay? So even a positive thing, if used in the wrong way, can become negative. So just keep that in mind. So just go within, figure out what it is that you need to clear, and go ahead and do it, okay? So Virgo coming in again. So Divine Feminine, still feeling in her power today. I do feel that a lot of you have really ascended, have really gotten into this mode of self-love, understanding your self-worth, and really building on that, right? Kind of not focusing so much on Divine Masculine today, and that's really, really good, okay? Divine Masculine is seeing this again, they're understanding this, they're feeling you pull away energetically, and it's kind of helping them in their awakening process. A lot of them are still going through an awakening right now. Some dark night of the soul, but a lot of them are just going through awakenings too, okay? So again, karmic situations that have been making you feel stuck need to be cleared. All right, for both twins here, Divine Masculine still feeling a little bit rooted, a little bit stuck in some of their situations, and again, it's going to take time, but they're getting there because they're really understanding who they are now. They're coming into their own, just like Divine Feminine had been doing, right? So it's all a process, right? Divine Masculine, of course, follows Divine Feminine's lead. So as you do Divine Feminine, so does Divine Masculine. Keep that in mind, all right? So a lot of fire energy coming in today, a lot of passion, a lot of sexual energy between the twins today. So you may be feeling this in the 5D, all right? I know I am. So just keep that in mind, all right? Don't let it distract you. Lucky me, I get to go to work today. Yay! So just keep that in mind. Try to stay balanced. Some overactive sacral chakras coming in today. So Scorpio, of course, Scorpio represents sex too. So again, a lot of sexual energy coming in, but also, that resentment that has been between the twins, I feel, is kind of dissipating a little bit. Divine Feminine, again, pulling back into her own, trying not to judge her Divine Masculine for things that he does, because she realizes it's out of her control, right? Divine Masculine feeling a little bit of resentment in his karmic situation overall, but some resentment toward Divine Feminine is still existing here, because, he still blames her for, like, turning his life upside down and things like that. So Divine Feminine, just be patient with it, okay? Try not to return that sentiment, okay? Because again, mirroring is a thing, all right? So if you're feeling resentment and that sort of thing, go within and clear it out, all right? Still some slow-moving Divine Masculines. They are a little bit slow in this awakening. It's like, again, they take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Okay, so just be patient, Divine Feminine. All right, Divine Masculine is working it out. It's going to be fine. A lot of these 3D situations with the possessions and everything like that, they're afraid they're going to lose them. They're afraid they're going to lose their families. They're afraid they're going to disappoint people, and they have to get out of that mode of being dependent on other people's opinion of them and of things in their life that they really don't need, you know what I mean? So we've got Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, and Capricorn, and fire and earth signs coming in today. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Pluto, which, of course, is an 11 card or a 2-2. All right, this also represents sex and the subconscious. So again, sexual energy coming in very strong, but also 5D communications. So telepathy, visions, dreams, signs. And I know a lot of Divine Feminines have been seeing these signs. You know, it's like over and over and over again. I know I did. Oh my gosh, this last week was ridiculous. Like I was seeing so many signs, it was absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sitting here going, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, you know? So if you're seeing these signs over and over again, go within yourself, try to figure out what the signs are telling you. Maybe they're telling you you need to do something different, or, you know, expand your healing, or maybe they're telling you something is coming and to be prepared, you know, because I do feel, you know, some of you may be getting communication around this new moon coming up in Libra, okay? So, you know, keep in mind that it may trigger you, okay? But Divine Masculine, some of them, again, still going through some dark night of the soul, but they are waking up, they are ascending, they're, you know, getting downloads from source, signs, messages, things like that, okay? All right, let's take a look at Divine Masculine today. Oh, all right. Yeah, I just find it funny. There's Leo again. So Leo, Gemini coming in today, but strength. So Divine Masculine really finding his strength right now. And of course he's looking to Divine Feminine to lead. And in the 3D, he may not realize that that's what he's doing, but his 5D self is definitely following Divine Feminine's lead. Okay, so as they feel you ascending, as they feel you pulling away, as they feel you in your bliss and fulfilling your purpose and things like that, they will be called to do the same thing. Okay, so a lot of them, again, still feeling trapped in some of these situations. Again, you can't cage a lion. The lion's kind of rattling at the cage, you know, but really not sure how to break free. Okay, so you have this card sometimes to me also represents third-party situations. So that some of them are in you know, karmic relationships and things like that. So they're being held up by the two, but they're also being held up by the twins. So this can also represent the fact that the connection is really, really strong, and they're being boosted up by source, you know, to ascend and to awaken into this connection here. Okay. So getting those signs, getting those synchronicities and things like that, understanding the five, you know, in the 3D, that all of these things, all these possessions, these people, they just don't matter. They really don't. So Divine Masculine's kind of understanding this. He's also trying to manifest his own abundance at this point so that he can get out of these situations that no longer serve him. You know, a lot of them have been financially codependent for a very long time, whether on a possibly on a father figure here, mother figure, family, or a karmic partner, things like that. So they're really expanding. You know, they're working on their coins. They're exploring their possibilities. You know, at work and things like that. So that they can cut away the things in their life that do not serve them. You know, so because when you're financially dependent, you know, on somebody, you know, you want to keep that person happy, and a lot of times to your own detriment, right? And because you want the stuff, you want the things, you want the security, right? So, but he's understanding that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's trying to manifest that, okay? So getting the downloads from source, understanding that he needs to cut away a lot of these things in his life that does not, they just don't matter, right? So cycles are definitely coming to an end here, guys. The next 90 days I think is going to be incredibly interesting. I do feel towards the end of the year we're going to see a lot of shifts, because you know next year is 2020. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see some of these endings coming and some of the cycles actually coming to a close. Okay, so sorry, Divine Masculine working on that. He's working on his happiness. He's trying to find something that makes him happy because he's been so unhappy for a really, really, really long time, okay? And he sees Divine Feminine reaching for the stars, reaching for what she wants to do, doing her own thing, making her own happiness, you know, not relying on anybody else. So he's understanding that that's something that he can do, okay? Because he can do anything he wants. Yes, you can, Divine Masculine. You can do anything you want. Anything you want. You don't need to feel stuck, okay? Follow your passions, follow your desires, follow what makes you happy. Okay, who cares what other people think of you? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter, again, what your Divine Feminine thinks of you. It really doesn't. Really doesn't. All that matters is what you think of yourself. So move forward in passion. Be unafraid. You know, just follow your dreams, Divine Masculine. You can do that. You can do that. You have the power to do that, right? He's still rebuilding from some of these towers, right? And I do feel that progress is being made here because, you know, Divine Masculine's been going through tower after tower after tower, and that's because he keeps rebuilding the same darn tower, right? And it's like, what's the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. So he keeps rebuilding the same darn tower, but, you know, it keeps falling down, and he doesn't understand why. It's because he keeps rebuilding it the same way. But now he's understanding he needs to rebuild it a different way. He needs to go in a different direction. He needs to figure out what's been keeping him stuck in these cycles that keep going over and over and over again and making him unhappy, okay? And he keeps trying to give it another chance and another go and another chance and blah. And then again, you know, it ends up falling. The tower ends up falling. So he's understanding now, he's understanding that his happiness is in his own hands, okay? And he's trying to bring an end to these cycles that have been keeping him stuck in lack and negativity, okay? Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Yeah, she's really manifesting right now. You know, I do feel that Divine Feminine really is focusing on herself right now, okay? There is, of course, the connection in the back of her mind. It's always going to be there. That connection's always there. Always there. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, you could just be sitting on the couch minding your own business, just watching a TV show and, you know, enjoying yourself and, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, here's a reminder. And you're like, make it go away. But it's not going to go away, right? And she knows that, so she's focusing on herself. She's trying to keep herself busy, doing her thing, making herself happy, right? And understanding what the true purpose is, okay? So Source is guiding this, is guiding the connection. I do feel that some Divine Feminines do have some tower moments coming, or you're rebuilding from some tower moments. I know the latter is true for me. As you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I've had several tower moments within the last week, okay? It's like a couple of days in a row I had tower moments. It's absolutely ridiculous. So just keep in mind that these are learning opportunities, these are lessons, so don't be afraid of them. Do not fear the towers, okay? Just take them and move on, figure out what you need to do to rebuild, you know, breaking down those foundations and whatnot, you know. Go within, try to figure out, well, what did this tower mean? What was this tower trying to teach me so that you can rebuild better, so that you don't repeat the same tower. Okay, you don't want to be in the same situation as Divine Masculine and rebuilding the same tower over and over and over again just to have it fall. Okay, so focus on yourself, go within, try to remember that you need patience with yourself mostly. A lot of you have impatience with the situation, yes, but a lot of it stems back to impatience with yourself. You're impatient for healing to be done, but just keep in mind healing really is never done, okay? There's always work to do. You're impatient with your Divine Masculine. You're waiting. You know, you've been waiting for a really long time, but you really need to have patience with yourself, Divine Feminine, okay? You cannot control the situation. You can only control yourself. You can only control how you feel and how you react, okay? So stand in your truth a little bit more. She is doing this day by day. I'm telling you, Divine Feminine is ascending. She is getting to the point where it just doesn't bother her anymore. And that's good, okay? Because the less it bothers you, the less triggered you're going to be when your Divine Masculine actually comes back in. You're just going to be like, alright, I mean, it's fine, do whatever, man. I don't care. Right? So that's actually really, really good. And she's understanding this, right? You know, a lot of these energies of the full moon that just passed, very, very intense. A lot of spiritual awakenings going on with that. A lot of things coming to light, you know, ending of karmic cycles. You know, but also, you know, I feel like she's seeing through a lot of the deception. She sees through people now. She understands people a little bit more. She also sees through her Divine Masculine and through his deceptions and things like that. His 3D deceptions with himself mostly, right? But here's some mirroring here. She's also rebuilding, okay? So Divine Feminine, you've been going through your own towers now. Some of them not as intense as Divine Masculine, okay? And some of them aren't. Like, especially if you're already in the surrender stage, the towers aren't going to be as intense. The towers are just basically reminders that, hey, you need to work on this, you need to fix this. So she's doing that. She's rebuilding. She's building up her base. She's building up her foundation. A lot of Divine Feminines are in mission right now, and it's helping them manifest things in the 3D so they can get out of these karmic situations, just like Divine Masculine, okay? So much mirroring going on right now. All right, so Divine Feminine, again, you know, just keep going, keep building up your foundation so that you can ascend and you can break free of these karmic situations that have making you feel stuck as well. Okay, so you guys are doing a great job. Let's get some messages from the counterparts today. See what the counterparts have to say today. Yeah, they're manifesting you for real. They are manifesting you in. They may not realize that they're doing this, but keep in mind that, you know, manifestation is acting as if. So those of you who are wondering how to manifest, that's how it happens, okay? Positive thoughts, positive waves that you're sending out, okay? Sending out love, you will receive love, right? But your divine counterpart is trying to manifest you in. They are trying to manifest you in, okay? And you may be feeling the pull, you may be feeling anxious, you maybe feel, oh my gosh, I've had headaches like crazy for the last week. I had like a 3-day headache, and it wasn't necessarily weather related because it didn't rain, and usually my head hurts when it's like trying to rain, but there was no rain. It was just headache, and I'm like, what the crap is this? Yeah, so you might be feeling in different areas of your body as your divine counterpart actually awakens, okay? And tries to actually manifest what's going on, because there's so much mirroring going on right now, okay? And they want you to know you are mirroring them. They are mirroring you. You are connected. You are connected, okay? And they do see you. They do, believe it or not, they are watching you. Some of them are stalking Facebook pages and things like that. So those of you who are stalking Facebook pages, you know, they're mirroring you. They're mirroring you. Try not to do that. Don't do it. If you feel the pull to do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, but they do want you to know that they do think about you, that you are sacred to them, okay? They may not be acting like it, okay, but they're starting to wake up to this connection, and they really understand exactly what's going on here, that you are them, they are you, okay? And there's nothing they can do to get rid of you. They've tried. All right? So just be patient with yourself, be patient with them, be patient with the situation, be patient with the journey. Okay, you can't control what your counterpart does, because there is free will, but you can't control yourself. Okay, so you need to have patience with yourself first and foremost. All right, and just remember, divine timing. Divine timing is divine timing. You know, you really can't control how this is going to go. You just can control yourself. Okay, you can control your inner balance. You know, balance out your inner feminine, balance out your inner masculine, because we all have both, right? So you need to balance that out. Some of you have been too much in one energy, and you really need to figure that out. And they're trying to figure that out as well, okay? So they've been too much in one energy, all right? They need to balance that out, and they're starting to understand that. They're starting to wake up to that, okay? So balance is key. Like I said, there's a new moon coming up in Libra, so it's a really good time to balance out some energies, okay? All right, let's get some messages from the angels of Atlantis. Get some advice. Yep, we are evolving. We are ascending. Your divine masculine is awakening. Divine feminine is ascending. Okay, so we are evolving. Spiritually, we are evolving in the 3D. As we evolve spiritually, things in the 3D will manifest, right? Remember to set your intentions, okay? Set your intentions for positive things to manifest. All right, you want to manifest good things. You want to manifest love. You want to manifest abundance. You know, you want to manifest good things in your life and try to get rid of the bad things that are in your life. So remember to set your intentions. You know, look for inspiration from within. If you're having issues finding inspiration for your mission, you're not really quite sure what to do, go within, ask source, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guides. They will help you. Okay, and remember to do everything in integrity. And look, the scale's coming in again. Scales are coming in again. Okay, so balance is coming. Shifts are happening here. So just remember to go within, find your inner balance, do everything with integrity, not out of ego. Okay? Alright guys, well I hope this has resonated. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Alright, bye-bye.